Hello, welcome to another week of Pick 3 DST, where I give you 3 defenses I like and 1 defense I think you should stay away from. For week 16 of the NFL season, fantasy football playoffs time. As a reminder, these are not my full weekly rankings. If you would like to see those, you can click the link below, and that will take you to the article with my full weekly rankings, as well as the Google Sheet where I'll update those rankings during the week in case we have any more COVID craziness like we did in week 15. So let's dive right in with my stud defense of the week. It's the Tampa Bay Bucks. I have them number 1 this week, and they're my number 4 ranked defense on the season. As the Bucks have gotten healthy, their defense has really picked it up. They're 3rd in the NFL in pressure rate, 7th in turnover rate, and 5th in the NFL in sacks, which is great against the Panthers team that's 24th in the NFL in sacks allowed. The Panthers have all 3 quarterbacks practicing this week, and it really doesn't matter to me. Their offense has really trended down since McCaffrey has gone out, and I'm attacking them no matter who starts at quarterback. They give up the 3rd most points to opposing fantasy defenses on the season. They have 7 turnovers in their last 3 games and 12 turnovers in their last 6, so they're constantly giving the ball away, and I expect Tampa Bay to feast. Pause this video right now. Let me know who your number 1 defense is for this week, or what defense you're rocking with for week 16, or hit us up in the comments and let us know if you have any questions about what defense you should start this week. And I will move to my solid defense. It's the Kansas City Chiefs. I have them ranked 4th this week, and they're 10th for me on the season. We've long used the Chiefs as an example of how a good fantasy defense can still give up points. Because the Chiefs' offense scores so much, it forces opposing offenses to pass to keep up, which allows more opportunities for turnovers and sacks. We weren't seeing that earlier in the season, but we're definitely seeing that lately. The Chiefs are 4th in the NFL in pressure rate, 2nd in QB hurry rate, and 5th in turnover rate. The Steelers don't turn the ball over a lot, but they're 19th in the NFL in sacks allowed, 19th in percentage of offensive drives that end in a score, and 24th in yards gained per play. So this is not a potent offense. If the Chiefs go up early, I don't think the Steelers have the firepower to keep up with them, but Roethlisberger is going to have to try, which is going to lead to more sacks or more bad passes, and that is something that we definitely want to attack. And now for my sleeper defense of the week. It's the Cincinnati Bengals. We don't really talk enough about how the Bengals are currently the 4th seed in the AFC playoffs, and their defense has been really solid throughout the course of the season. The Bengals are the 6th ranked defense over the last month, averaging 9.8 points per game. They're 8th in percentage of drives that end in an offensive score, and 3rd in the NFL in sacks. Being 3rd in the NFL in sacks is great for this matchup against the Ravens, who give up the most sacks in the NFL. Early indications are that Lamar Jackson is not going to be able to play in Week 16. I know Tyler Huntley looked great against the Packers, but I don't really think that he has it in him for 2 games of that caliber. He did something that even Lamar Jackson didn't do, rushing for 2 touchdowns and passing for 2 touchdowns in the same game. I think we can agree that Tyler Huntley is not better than Lamar Jackson, so I think we have to assume some regression for him, and I think the Bengals can take advantage of that. And now we're going to move to my stay away defense for this week. It's the Green Bay Packers. And it's not really a stay away defense as much as it's me telling you I see people have them ranked in the top 5, and I'm just not really ready to go there right now. The Packers have been solid of late as the 9th ranked defense over the last month, averaging 8.7 points per game. But when healthy, this Browns offense is not one that we want to attack. The Browns give up the 21st most points in the NFL to opposing fantasy defenses, mostly because they play a ball control offense with Nick Chubb. They're 5th best in the NFL in turnovers, allowing only 14 turnovers on the entire season. So this is not really a matchup where I think we can expect the Packers to get a lot of turnovers. Over the last 6 games, the Packers have 3 games with multiple turnovers and 3 games where they have 0 turnovers. In those games with 0 turnovers, they finished with 5, 1, and 0 fantasy points. So if the Packers aren't able to get turnovers, and the Browns historically don't give up a lot of turnovers, then the Packers haven't really been a great fantasy defense because they don't really have a good pass rush. So I think if the Browns continue to get healthier coming off of a lot of their COVID IR stuff last week, They're not really a team that's going to give up turnovers, and I expect a lower point total for the Packers. So I think they're still playable, but I have them outside of my top 10, not anywhere near the top 5. So it's something you definitely need to keep in mind, and keep a watch on the Browns' COVID IR designations and see if they get closer to full strength. If you haven't yet, please click that like and subscribe button to get our content for the rest of the fantasy football season and to help other people get this content. And most of all, good luck in the fantasy football playoffs.